Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. In a vast space, which was not divided at all, that's right, an infinite space, two great energies collided with each other, giving existence to a powerful warrior of a peculiar appearance, since all his hair was a silver color, as on his body red marks covered him. What is this? Who am I? The warrior had been in the first existence in all that gigantic outer space, wandering all over the universe for hundreds of years. He had become bored with his monotonous life. I've lived for hundreds of years, so with 60%, I'll create an existence which is capable of even giving life. And with the remaining 40%, I'll create this protective guardian, who will be the one who guides him all the way. That warrior, with his great, almost infinite power, was able to create the king of the whole, Zeno-sama, being simply a baby. That's right, to the said being need a sufficient amount of energy. Apparently I'll have to use all my energy reserves to create a warrior to protect him. That entity would form the great priest, the first angel of everything existing, which at the moment was able to be born with an incredible power, being below the Zeno-sama, but was able to reason and communicate. You'll be named as the High Priest Daishinkan, and my firstborn. Nice to meet you, Father, but why your firstborn? Were you not the creator of the great Zeno-sama? I have helped its creation, because as far as I was able to realize, I was the first god in these territories. Does that mean that there are only other beings outside these territories? That's right. I only guided myself in the DNA of those beings, so that I'd also be a king of the whole. But you will be my first son, and the one who will guide Zeno-sama in everything. It'll be a pleasure for me, Father. I promise not to let you down. I'm counting on you, Daishinkan. And what'll happen to you, Father? Where are you planning to go? I'm using too much power. To give you the ability of reasoning, I have used all my energy reserves, so I will disappear. Before Daishinkan's able to say anything, the whole body of the god in front of him was enveloped in a great golden light. Daishinkan would take the little Zeno-sama with his great power and knowledge. He was able to create a palace. This will be known as the Kingdom of the All, and will be the home of the great Zeno-sama. Millions of years had already passed in which Zeno-sama had been able to grow, even being able to erase universes, which he understood that they should not exist. Meanwhile, the golden light was able to enter the body of a small Saiyan, which was bound for planet Earth. That great god had fallen asleep totally in the body of Kakarot, having no divine energy. Daishinkan, I feel really bored. I want to do something fun. Tell me, my lord, what do you have in mind? I don't know, Daishinkan. Do you mind if we do some races? All the moment, the god of Universe 7 along with his angel had arrived at the Kingdom of the All. Father, long time no see. I have news about negative energy warriors in Universe 7. My mother has not allowed me to interfere. Long time no see, Whis. You know how she is, Mikoshin. She's not all interested in the life of mortals nor of gods, so you can take proper measures for the matter. When he was about to leave, Zeno-sama would get on Beerus, as if he were dealing with a horse. Beerus would say absolutely nothing since it was about the king at all. Daishinkan would give a smile. God Beerus, I'd ask you in favor to play a moment with the great Zeno-sama, since I have been very bored lately. Beerus, without any option, would play a few moments with the great Zeno-sama. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, Goku was being able to face the powerful Kid Buu. His power in Super Saiyan 3 was incredible, being enough to beat Kid Buu. That demon's been powerful. For a moment, I thought I wouldn't be able to defeat him. Kakarot, we have no limits, so even though it's difficult, we'll be able to overcome it. You're right, Vegeta, but I want to become much more powerful. But inside Goku's body, his true essence was about to awaken. That's right, Goku, without knowing it, had been the first to be created by said explosion. For that very reason, said golden light had waited for his counterpart to form a being again. For that reason, his power in each transformation was much more powerful than normal. After a while, Goku would leave to train within the planet of Kaio-sama. I've been able to become very powerful, but I'm still not satisfied with my power. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, he had woken up from his great dream, after exterminating several negative energy warriors. Hey, Whis, if I destroy the planet of the Saiyans as ordered? That's right, my Lord Beerus. 99% of all Saiyans have been annihilated. Now I have to look for the opportunity to finish with that damn Frieza. He thinks he's more powerful than me. That will be impossible, Mr. Beerus, since Frieza was defeated by a Saiyan. Beerus would be very surprised asking to meet said Saiyan, so both deities would quickly leave for the planet of the Kai, where Goku was. This is bad. It's really bad. I feel like the power of Beerus, it's heading towards this place. What's wrong with you, Kai? I can tell how upset you are. But at that moment, two beings would arrive on the planet, leaving Goku a little amazed since he wasn't able to perceive the power of both subjects. Nice to meet you, Saiyan. Is it true that you defeated the mighty Frieza? That's right, I was able to beat Frieza. Yeah, I want you to have a confrontation with you. I want to prove what is the limit of all your power. It'll be my pleasure to know that you're a god. Without trusting himself, Goku would access the Super Saiyan 3, with which he would begin his attack against Beerus. But it would be in vain, since Beerus was able to dodge each of his blows. Damn it, don't underestimate me. Goku would raise his power to the maximum, which left Whis and Beerus a little surprised. Goku was a few centimeters away from reaching Beerus' face, but the god with great dexterity was able to dodge him. Defeating this Saiyan with 10% of all my power will not be possible. I'll have to release 15% of all my power. Beerus, by releasing 15% of all his power, with an accurate blow to the neck, was able to knock him out of combat. A greeting, KO. We'll see each other next time. Now we'll have to leave to planet Earth. On the planet Earth, the god Beerus would also arrive and search for the Super Saiyan god, but finding absolutely nothing, he would face the Z Warriors. Being in vain, Beerus, being about to destroy the Earth, was able to feel the power of a god. That's right, Goku had been able to access the state of a god because inside lay the essence of the first divine being of all that territory. This is strange. The essence emanating from that Saiyan is incredible. It even seems to overcome the power of Lord Beerus. So, you were just hiding your true power. I don't know how I have this power. Only feeling cornered and knowing that you were going to destroy Earth, this power flowed all over my body. Okay, let's stop talking. Fight against me. So it was as both warriors began with their great battle, in which Beerus would use 50% of all his power, being impossible to face the Saiyan, which was dominating the power in its entirety. That's right, the power of Goku was able to overcome 50% of the power of Beerus. Is that all? I thought the God of Destruction would be much more powerful than this. So you're very confident. Now I'll use 100% of all my power to check if you're able to keep up with me. Beerus would begin to expel 100% of all his power, while Whis had placed a powerful barrier throughout Universe 7. Beerus' power seemed to have no limit, while a large purple explosion could be observed by Beerus. I'm ready, Saiyan. Me too. Despite the fact that Goku had his guard up, he was not able to dodge or block a powerful blow, which had been able to leave him almost out of combat, because the power that Beerus had used in that blow was capable of destroying half of the entire Universe 7. That blow wasn't normal. They can't fool me, that blow is extremely powerful, and Kakarot's body was able to resist it. Goku at the time, he would begin to receive a brutal beating, and despite possessing the regeneration of the Super Saiyan God, Beerus' attack even surpassed his regeneration. Beerus in one blow would send him to a few mountains. Is that all you wanted me to use as 100% of all my power for? I must confess, you are powerful, but to face a god, you still don't have the required level. I'm not defeated yet, I can still keep fighting. Goku was able to get back to his feet with great difficulty, but the imposing god to the maximum of his power was able to knock him out again with a single blow to his stomach, with which he was able to make the Saiyan spit out too much blood. That's all for the moment. Let's whiz. Both deities would go to their planet while Goku would put on a recovery machine, so that he would be able to heal all his wounds. However, inside all his energy, his true essence was about to awaken. Meanwhile, in the Kingdom of the Whole, Daishinkan was very thoughtful. What happened to my father's existence? I'd like to see him for what I've become. I know he'd be very proud of me. Thus, several months had passed in which Daishinkan was thinking about his father, while Zeno-sama was very thoughtful about organizing a great tournament between all the universes. Daishinkan, I want you to organize a tournament between all the universes to be able to realize who's the most powerful universe and which we can improve. That seems like a great idea to me, great Zeno-sama. I'll inform all the gods of this decision very quickly. Daishinkan quickly was able to inform all the other gods of destruction, so the whole Universe 7 already had his team made. However, Goku, thanks to the training he had received from Whis, was able to connect with his essence much more, even remembering several things from his past life. This is amazing! Despite being left without any divine energy, my technique worked! I'll be able to see everything that has happened in these millions of years. Goku, you're the most powerful warrior in the entire Universe 7. I trust that with your power, we'll be able to win that tournament. Don't worry, Mr. Beerus. I assure you, we'll get that victory. Okay, you can return to planet Earth, as the tournament will be held in about 2 weeks, so you can train or spend with your relatives. I want to unlock all my true essence. I'll leave to the Room of Time. Goku would leave to continue with his mental training, and the Habiticon of Time, in which he was able to take advantage of time in a better way. Goku, while he was meditating, was able to unite his essence in 95%. That's right, he only lacked 5% of essence. I don't think that joining my divine essence would be so complicated, but I'm already very close to achieving it. But in order to not stress out, I'll physically train too. Goku would start training, being able to achieve the perfect Ultra Instinct. That's right, despite possessing the essence of an ancient god, he was never able to know the Ultra Instinct. How strange this state is, but I feel much lighter, and even I feel that I could dodge any attack. To spend 3 years in the Room of Time, Goku would come out with his clothes totally worn out, but his power had grown in an incredible way. I've been able to merge my essence in 98%. I'm satisfied, but I know 2% will find the Kingdom of the Whole. Goku had left the Room of Time with an incredible power, and remembering most of his life as the first existence of everything created. I'm not sure if I had children or not. That's the last thing I need to remember. Hey, Bug, where'd you get to? I went to train in the time room again. I wanted to perfect a few techniques to win the tournament. I'm not gonna stay behind your power. Rest assured that the least thought day I will surpass you, Kakarot. I'm not gonna let that day come, Vegeta. I want to be the most powerful Saiyan. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, he was very confident because Goku, on this occasion, was even able to defeat him. We'll take the victory of the Tournament of Power since Son Goku's power knows no limits. Mr. Beerus, you better not get complacent, as there may be some warrior more powerful than Mr. Goku. No, Whis, you're wrong. That can't be possible, because if there is someone with that power, he must even be more powerful than his god of destruction. Just like Mr. Goku, there must be warriors in other universes who also overcome the power of their god of destruction. Don't say stupid things, Whis. It's extremely difficult for a mortal to reach the divine ground, and much more complicated to overcome his god. Ho, Mr. Beerus, the only thing I have a feeling is that we will have big surprises in the Tournament of Power. All the other universes were training, others enjoying with their loved ones. That's right, since all the universes had the knowledge that in case of losing, they would be completely eliminated. Hey, Margarita, doesn't all this make you funny? Finally, Jiren and Toppo will have some fun because since they surpassed me, there's no warrior to face them. That's right, Mr. Belmound. I have a lot of explanations in this tournament that the great Zeno-sama has organized. Finally, they'll be able to admire the power of the whole Universe 11. So the 30 days of the Tournament of Power deadline has already passed quickly. However, an entity from another multiverse was watching everything that has happened. That's right, the same entity that had given birth to Mikoshin, the mother of all angels. So the king of everything of this small universe is planning to make a tournament. How fun. But I want them to become much more powerful so I can absorb them. The new entity was the first god of the multiverse too, that is, the multiverse that was on the side. That's right, millions of years ago, space was so gigantic that no matter how much the first existence, known as Kakarot, investigated, he was not able to find other life forms. Only observe one life form, which ruled everything very distant from him. For that reason, I created Zeno-sama with this help, while Ryuk created Mikoshin, so that the couple with Daishinkan. In about 2 to 3 million more years, all these warriors will be powerful, and my power will increase in an incredible way. Meanwhile, Daishinkan had built a track for the Tournament of Power, in which all the warriors of the 12 universes would participate. But when Universe 7 arrived, an incredible pressure was felt all over the environment. That's right, the warriors of this universe possessed unreal powers. The power of the whole team of Universe 7 exudes is amazing. Apparently, they will be the ones who will get the victory. But after a few minutes from the waiting time to end, Universe 11 would appear, making everything around it tremble. The pressure was even much more powerful than the pressure of Universe 7. What's this pressure? A universe is that emanates all this incredible pressure? I warned you, Mr. Beerus. Apparently, in one universe, a warrior has also been able to overcome his god of destruction. The power that I can feel that warrior exudes is amazing. No, I'm wrong. That duo is the one that exudes all that beastly power. Goku would approach the warriors of Universe 11, but an incredible pressure would collide when both were extremely close. Jiren, with his great speed, would fall down behind Goku. But to everyone's surprise, even for Daishinkan, Goku, with a much higher speed, fell down before Jiren, because when Jiren was about to speak, Goku was on his back. What? Goku's not moving at that speed? What happened to him? That's interesting. You have great speed, but you still lack to be at my level. Damn, are you making fun of me? 1,000 consecutive hits. Hundreds of blows with the simple visual pressure would be launched against Goku. But Goku would quickly activate the Ultra Instinct with which he was able to dodge each of his blows. So the Great Priest would stop that dispute. Goku, by observing him, was able to merge his essence 100%. That's right, observing his firstborn, he had remembered absolutely everything. Daishinkan's been able to rule everything as I've wanted. I'm proud, but I won't reveal it to him that it's me. I'm grateful that all the gods are present. With this tournament, we will be able to know what the level of each universe is. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. We want to see great battles. Haha, the little Zed apparently hasn't fully matured yet. This tournament has no case. The only competent warrior seems to be the warrior of Beerus, but he'll not stand a chance against the true power of Jiren. Your warriors won't stand a chance against my warrior. However, Beerus seemed very nervous despite witnessing Goku's power. Beerus, even though Jiren hasn't revealed all his power yet, he's on par with my angel Margarita, so it'll be impossible for your warrior. This'll be impossible for Goku, and although he joins forces with Vegeta, he'll never be able to approach the level of an angel. Mr. Beerus, don't be discouraged, as I feel that something very interesting is about to happen. Daishinkan would start the Tournament of Power, in which all the universes began with a great pitched struggle. Meanwhile, from the shadows, Ryuk was watching everything that happened, but from a portal, Mikoshin, the mother of all angels, would appear next to Daishinkan. Mikoshin, what are you doing here? I thought you didn't care about the level of mortals. I still think the same, but I have nothing better to do and nothing more fun than watching the King of Everything eliminate his loser universes. Damn it, just now Mikoshin has arrived. Being my creation, I don't want to end it, but a big part of its essence emanates peace. Unlike when he created it, it emanated total destruction. All the warriors were awarding excellent battles. Several universes had already lost all their warriors, but on this occasion, the elimination was at the end of the tournament. The elimination of this universe will be at the end, so that they will be able to have an apprenticeship after this battle. If he tells us that it'll be an apprenticeship, will he eliminate us, or will we be revived? I don't understand anything. After more than half of the time granted, there were only 2 universes left standing, which were Universe 11 and Universe 7. However, from Universe 11, there were the Double of Justice. That's what they call themselves. While from Universe 7, there was only Goku left in front of both warriors. Goku from Universe 7. If in 1 against 1 you have a hard time, imagine now that we'll be the duo of justice.
2 versus 1? I like those numbers. Finally a match, which will make me feel proud of my victory.
We can observe how the warrior of Universe 7, despite being at a numerical disadvantage, is very confident. Topo would throw himself against him, but Goku with simple movement was able to send him flying. Jiren in the same way, but both warriors began to exchange millions of blows, which even for the gods were very difficult to be able to keep up with them.
Whis, are you able to observe them clearly?
That's right, Mr. Beerus, but I must clarify that Mr. Goku's speed has increased in an inhuman way.
I'm not gonna wait millions years to absorb these warriors. The power he releases is incredible. If I wait millions more years, he'll be a warrior that I can hardly stop.
That's right, the first entity of the neighboring multiverse wanted to absorb Goku, not knowing that Goku was the first existence of this multiverse.
I don't want you to get in the way, Topo. Your power compared to mine's not capable of doing anything to me, so I'll eliminate you right now. I'm not planning on giving up, so you won't be able to eliminate me that easily, much less when I use all my power.
Topo at that moment would begin to emanate all the energy of the destruction of his body, implying that he was a candidate for God of Destruction. Goku was watching as he released all his power.
The work that my son and little Zeno-sama has done has been amazing. They kept a great order in all the universes. I'm glad to know that.
Topo, at the end of raising his power to the maximum, he had adapted a much more robust appearance to that of the God of Destruction, throwing several attacks with destructive energy, but to the surprise of everyone present, the energy would evaporate, making every contact with the aura of the Saiyan.
It's a pity that my energy is much more destructive and chaotic than that of a God of Destruction. So yes, I'll eliminate you.
Goku, as if for a flash, would grant him a single blow on his abdomen, which made him spin everything. That's right, the blow carried an otherworldly force, so much that he was able to knock out Topo while falling off the platform.
I can't believe what I just saw. How does that Saiyan have that power?
Not even the destructive energy was able to do something to him.
I don't really know how I even trained Son Goku has all this power. He never showed it to possess that power when he was training or fighting with me.
Mr. Beerus, you better not get so excited, since apparently Mr. Goku's still not fighting with all his power.
Don't say stupid things, Whis. Goku can't raise his power anymore. That'd be crazy.
Jiren would begin to expel all his power with which towards shaking everything around him.
Apparently the statement made by the God of Universe 11 Belmont was about his warrior was correct. Jiren's power is on par with the power of an angel.
Jiren's power, after 2 minutes of increasing, would cause a huge explosion, from which Jiren could be observed at 100% of his full power, while the pressure emanating from his entire body even affected the spectators who were in the stands.
Goku, are you really able to cope with that gigantic power?
I can tell that you have a gigantic power. Thanks to the battles I've had in this tournament, I've been able to completely master it. So watch.
Goku would likewise begin to raise all his power, while his hair began to turn a bright silver color, and the pressure was also very suffocating. After only 1 minute of raising his power, Goku could be seen with silver-colored hair, while his imposing was felt throughout that platform.
This is incredible. We've witnessed the power of 2 of the most powerful mortals in the 12 universes.
All the gods would stand up, being able to feel the pressure and realize the state of the Saiyan had reached.
Son Goku has been able to reach the Ultra Instinct. This is something that I'm not able to assimilate. Even a god has a hard time reaching such a state in total equilibrium.
Goku, with a very serious look, would observe Jiren, who in a blink began to release the most destructive battle. This time, even the angels had a little difficulty keeping up with the rhythm of the battle.
The battle that is being unleashed is incredible. The power of both subjects is amazing. We can't believe that they are not considered as destructive gods.
What fun! Super fast and very powerful.
The power of these warriors is incredible. What makes them really special are their genetics, because only 200 years to be able to achieve those powers is absurd.
I can't believe that mortals have all that power. I've completely underestimated them. Goku, while exchanging blows with Jiren, would notice a much more powerful presence that Zeno-sama himself had in his sights, so he would communicate with Jiren telepathically.
I know we're enemies, but you have to trust me. Since a warrior is about to attack us, I'll take you off the platform with 1 blow.
Don't worry, it's been the greatest of honors to fight an ancient god like you.
But how do you know that?
No ordinary being is capable of possessing all that power. So do it. Goku with a great blow was able to throw Jiren off the platform, while Daishinkan proclaimed Goku as the winner of the tournament. A gigantic power would shake everything existing, making even both priests fall to their knees to the ground. What is this? Whose power is this? Divine Seal. Activation! A very powerful seal was able to encapsulate the great Zeno-sama, while Ryuk released his power in a great way. But on the platform, an equally gigantic power would be released. That's right, the power of Goku, the first being of the multiverse, was making all existing. An extremely gigantic power has been released from Goku's body, a power which did not lose against the power of Ryuk, the first created being of the neighboring multiverse, which would leave him very surprised because a mere mortal was able to access those chilling scales of power. Even both priests were speechless. How is it possible that a Saiyan has all that power?
Although I'm releasing all my power to be able to withstand the pressure, my body hurts too much. Its power's on another level.
Well, well, what do we have here? I'm surprised that being a simple mortal who does not have even 200 years of training has all that power. But I appreciate that you're so powerful, since you were part of my...
Ryuk with a great speed would approach Goku with the intention of giving him a big blow, but Ryuk's simple speed would deform the entire space. Being a few centimeters away, Goku was able to move with great agility, which surprised Ryuk, even everyone present.
Mikoshin, were you able to see anything? I wasn't able to even see how I dodged Ryuk's punch.
No, Daishinkan, I wasn't able to see anything, but it's a shame for me that my creator wants to absorb this mortal.
I imagine how you must feel. But despite being a creation of Ryuk, you have a much purer heart. I know that with the passing of the millennia, you will be a high priestess. Swords of the divine underworld!
Two large swords were coming down quickly towards Goku, who would be watching them intently.
An attack too giant! Be so weak! That's right!
Goku was able to stop each of the swords with only one of his fingers, which left Ryuk amazed.
What are you? You can't be a mere mortal. Because even among the divine creators, I'm not a weak warrior. My power is in the ranking of the three most powerful divine creatures.
Haha! If you're in the rank of the three divine creators, I should be the king of you, since this is nothing to my authentic self.
I never thought that I would have to use so much more power, and my body supports. So feel the power that goes beyond a divine creator.
Ryuk would begin to expel an amazing power. Even thunderstorms were forming all over the place. This implied such incredible power that Ryuk was able to release.
Hell, I won't be able to finish off this warrior just with this transformation, which they called Ultra Instinct. Goku, we better get going. I don't know where you got that power from, but let's reorganize to fight this warrior.
That's right, Mr. Goku. It's the best we can do, since nothing and no one will be able to face this warrior.
Mr. Goku, I can tell that you have an incredible power. Mikoshin and I will give you the necessary time so that you can escape from this place.
My little Daishinkan, you've grown too much. I'm very proud of everything you've achieved and the power you possess. You've done a great job taking care of the little Zen.
This is impossible. Maybe are you...
A huge explosion was created all over the place. That's right, Ryuk had raised his power to the maximum, with which even his aura was destructive.
Are you planning to deal with me with that poor battle level? I'll finish you in one blow.
You're not worthy to observe my transformation of Heavenly Emperor, but I'll grant you the pleasure of observing my transformation of Infernal Prince.
Ryuk understood absolutely nothing of Goku's words, so he began to laugh.
Even his simple laughter caused great havoc through the 12 universes, but his smile would always change to an expression of terror, realizing how Goku's power began to increase in incredible ways. That's right, the power that Goku was releasing even would leave both priests very surprised, which the pressure did not allow them to even move.
There is no doubt. This is the essence of my father, my creator.
How the hell are you saying this? What do you mean that this simple mortal is the first being of this entire universe? Don't say stupid things.
I'm sure of what I'm telling you, Mikoshin. I don't know how he's been able to live in the body of a mortal, but I'm surprised by the power he possesses.
Goku's entire body would turn a silver color, as would his hair.
While his musculature had increased a little, the new appearance that Son Goku had achieved was the appearance of an extremely terrifying being. What kind of transformation's Kakarot using?
I have no idea, Mr. Vegeta. You have not registered any transformation of that style.
Has Goku always been hiding all his power?
All the gods were not able to assimilate the power that, according to their perspective, a mere mortal was able to obtain. The power of the first being of this multiverse is amazing. I can't believe it. I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm not used to accessing 78% of all my power.
You don't want to play with me. Must be all your power, so to speak up now. Who the hell are you? Are you a warrior from another universe?
After all, you will die in this place, I'll tell you. I'm the first being just like you, but the difference is that I'm from this universe.
No, damn it. This is a tasteless joke. It was said that the creator of this multiverse lost his life to the creator of his son, the Daishinkan, and helped with the creation of the King of All.
I realize that you have been well informed, for part of you are right, but I was able to use a celestial technique which allowed me to reincarnate.
I don't care if you're creator of this multiverse. With a body that's simple mortal, you must not have enough potential to defeat me. I'll finish with you.
Ryuk, not caring that in front of him, he had the creator of this multiverse, launched himself against him. But great was his surprise when Goku, with a simple glance, made him fall to the ground, and all his bones were completely destroyed. But Goku would realize that all the other gods, angels, and even the priests were suffering due to the pressure. I'm so sorry. I'm still not able to completely master my power. Goku would create a huge barrier in everyone present, who were able to move at will. I can't believe this. Son Goku is a being that has created the whole universe. This means that his position is even above Zeno-sama.
I have disrespected him, but I don't want to die. Whis, help me please.
Calm down, Mr. Beerus, as Mr. Goku seems to be the usual one, only he has revealed this incredible news to us. Everyone was surprised when both began to fight, but their fight would not stay only in the realm of nothing. Since they had moved through all the 12 universes at extreme speeds, with one big blow they were able to create a space-time gap which had sent them to the multiverse of Ryuk. And in the same way, in his multiverse, hundreds of planets were destroyed. However, Ryuk's power had increased considerably. Ryuk would throw a large sphere of purple energy, so both had taken.
I don't know if this is because of fate, but we're now in my multiverse, so I'll be able to use all my power. Because being in your multiverse, I wasn't able to release it, and that's what'll happen with you. You'll not be able to release all your power not being in your multiverse.
Ryuk, as if it were a flash, would be placed on Goku's back, which had been carried a powerful blow. By the time it collided with Goku's body, his bones had completely shattered.
Ugh. Have you made your body much more resistant? Seems as if it struck the most powerful steel of all the multiverse.
It's a pity that your stupid rule doesn't work with me, because as I told you before, I wasn't using all my power. Now I increased it to 90% for that reason, even my body acquired a greater resistance. Ryuk would feel the real terror going through his body, because despite not showing it, he was trembling, because the power that Goku released from his body was incredible, and when Goku released 90% of his power, the pressure that emanated made him completely retreat.
It's just a Goku game. I don't think you took it seriously.
No matter what you say, Ryuk, you're trying to end my life, and that's unforgivable, so better be ready to pay a visit to the king of the underworld.
When Ryuk realized that Goku was determined to end his life, he would try to escape with his incredible speed. But throughout the multiverse, the voice of Goku would resonate.
Dominion release! Saiyan King World!
The entire multiverse of Ryuk would be enveloped with a silver dust, just like Goku's transformation, while Ryuk had fallen to the ground, not being able to move in the slightest. Meanwhile, returning to the tournament platform, all the warriors were not able to get out of the said barrier. What happened to the battle? His powers were so great that he could even travel between multiverses.
I don't know, but even if it hurts, I want that warrior to end Ryuk's life. He has never had good intentions, and the best thing he could do for the multiverse is to die.
Hey Whis, when will we be able to get out of this barrier? Could it be that Goku was able to defeat that powerful warrior?
I don't know, Mr. Beerus. Mr. Goku, being transported from multiverse, It's impossible for me to feel his essence. Going back, we can see how Goku is approaching Ryuk, who this time is not able to do anything, because even his bones were completely shattered. It was a terrible decision to want to absorb the warriors of my multiverse, so now you'll pay for all your sins. Please, I ask you, spare my life. Your wealth, women, power, I can grant you everything I've achieved. Even this multiverse could be yours. It's a pity I'm not interested in this kind of thing. All I want is your head. Goku, with a great speed, was able to hold Ryuk by the head, but due to the power he had exerted, he had torn it from his body. Hell, have I made you suffer enough? Divine Light Resurrection! A golden light was able to bring Ryuk back to life again, which was surprised by the ability possessed by Goku. How are you able to play with life and death? It must be impossible for us. Don't compare your limitations with mine, because I don't have limiters. Goku had tortured Ryuk for dozens of times until he got bored of torturing him. So he decided to throw a large fire dragon, which would pulverize him in his entirety, leaving absolutely nothing. Several beings who observed a few flashes of battle were surprised. A powerful creator, Ryuk of our multiverse, is dead, who had the necessary power to end his life. Goku was able to open a power with which he would return to his multiverse, specifically to the tournament platform, so the barrier he had placed would disappear. Daishinkan, a little incredulous, would approach Goku. Are you really my father? You're not playing with me. Do you think a mortal would have the knowledge about the other multiverses? And even that race of the little Zeno is the one that governs this entire omniverse. Are there any warriors more powerful than the creator of this multiverse? Can't take in all this information. Father, it's a pleasure for me to see you again. I hope I have fulfilled all your expectations, and above all, not to have let you down. Goku would return to the imperfect Ultra Instinct again, so he'd observe Daishinkan. My son, you've achieved more than I even thought. I'm proud of you. And as far as I can tell, I have 12 grandchildren. Sorry for my disrespect. I present to you my 12 children, and likewise to my wife, Mikoshin. Mikoshin, you're a creation of Ryuk, but I'm asking you, don't you have a problem with him ending up being your creator? Of course not, since in his heart there was only the ambition to become more powerful, but in order to absorb many warriors, since he detested training. I understand, but despite all this, we'll have to keep training much harder. As you order, Goku-sama. I don't want to be treated with respect. Since I'm immortal and Beerus, don't worry, I'll be a normal warrior from Universe 7. As you like, Goku-sama. You don't need to be so formal, Beerus. Goku, with his great power, was able to completely annul the seal that Ryuk had placed on the king completely. But when he deactivated it, they realized how Zeno-sama is completely asleep. Meanwhile, in a very distant place, a powerful warrior sitting on his throne would realize how the power of one of the creators of the multiverse had disappeared. So, someone has enough power to take down Ryuk, the creator of one of the multiverse. This will be very interesting. An extremely powerful being was watching everything that happened, while everything around him froze. That's right, this being was also part of this divine creators. The second most powerful god named Kyowa. While taking several steps, everything around him froze. Even beings died because they were not able to withstand that icy pressure that was released from his entire body. One of our own has died, but it was Ryuk, so I'm not interested in the least because with his death, the power that is distributed among us divine creators will increase. Kyowa seemed to be very relaxed since the law of that world was unbreakable, since every time a divine creator was eradicated by a warrior to maintain order, the power of the divine creator was distributed in the three most powerful divine creators. But this time it would be all the contrary, since Kyowa, who had been able to realize the death of Ryuk, remained waiting for 5 days, in which absolutely nothing had happened. The hell is wrong with this damn law of this world? Am I not in the rank of the three most powerful divine creators? This is crazy. The second divine creator at a great speed would enter the palace of the first divine creator, who with a very serious look seemed to be waiting for him. Kyowa, I think I know the reason for your visit. I'm also very surprised that I haven't received some of Ryuk's power. And how are you able to tell me that so relaxed? Someone is taking from us what rightfully belongs to us. We have to put an end to that garbage.
I agree with you, but we can't rush because in case the guy's absorbed Ryuk's power is much more powerful, he will tear us to shreds. No, he can't face two divine creators together, so let's go right now. Damn it, Kiowa, stop thinking like a simple child. You have to have a calm mind so that we'll be able to solve this. But all over the place, that's right, even all of the other creators of each of their multiverses began to feel great rumblings. Just like both divine creators, the power that was being released was unreal. So much so that the pressure that was falling on everything was able to crush them, even the divine creators. It was difficult for them to stand.
Of whose is this power? I feel like this authority is trying to bend me.
Meanwhile, the multiverse of Kakarot, being considered the supreme divine creator, only below the beings of the Zeno-sama race, however, these beings belonged even to another dimension of power. A great sphere of destruction would collide with Goku's body. Everyone present was surprised, as was Goku, who was trying to free himself from all that energy. I recognize this energy. It's Ryuk's, but if I was able to end his pathetic life a few hours ago. In the Kakarot multiverse, only a few hours had passed due to the dilatation of the temporal space, while in other universes, days, months had already passed since Goku's body, instead of rejecting all the power of Ryuk, would begin to assimilate it, which Goku would quickly realize. Goku absorbing all the power of the third divine creator, his fur as in the beginning created the multiverse would become present, while all his power was able to kneel everyone else. Even his power was so much that the other multiverse creators were able to perceive it.
Renga, there's no doubt about it. That warrior, he's the one who absorbed Ryuk's power, and he's absorbing it right now, so we can stop him. No, Kyoa, we have to be much more strategic, because if we attack him without knowing anything about him, we'll be completely annihilated, so we must do it having a plan. Damn, I hate this. Ryuk's bastard power has to be ours. Now we'll have to summon a new divine creator. It is the best, because it's only two of us that face that warrior. We'll hardly be able to get out alive. Is that the most powerful divine creator terrified?
These words would infuriate Renga, the first divine creator. So in a quick movement, he was able to hold it with his hand, throwing it against the ground all over the place, which had caused great destruction. Furious, Kyowa would try to let go of Renga's grip, but the difference in powers was abysmal, because despite using all his power, he was not able to move it even a single centimeter. Renga, a little furious, would increase the power of his grip a little, while from his hand a great energy attack would be executed, which was able to create a great chaos all over the territory, while Kyowa would appear from a large fragment with ice with several wounds all over his body.
Damn, I swear I'll eradicate you. Trio of icy wraths!
Three giant shadows, but with a great power of ice, would be formed, so they rushed against Renga. But to Kyo's surprise, Renga, with several movements, was able to finish with his technique, which had left him very surprised by the power that Renga had showed him.
Damn it. We've never fought each other, but now I understand why he proclaims himself as the most powerful divine creator among us. Let's hope that this small demonstration of my powers may become clear to you. What is the limit of my power? And what I do not intend to let you disrespect me. Did you understand?
Kyowa, swallowing his pride, would affirm that was said by Renga.
Now, get out of my palace. I'll give you the information of when we will go to that warrior, and I hope you're ready to use all your power.
Renga would leave again towards his multiverse, but in the course, he would be dragged into the atmosphere of a planet, being completely subdued. That's right, since the power of Goku was able to even break the angelic barriers, while Daishinkan, along with all the other divine beings had placed, Goku's power continued to increase in an unreal way. Until at a certain point a big explosion would be created, being able to observe the original form of Kakarot, the creator of the multiverse, which Daishinkan would remember with nostalgia when he was created.
Now there's no doubt, Father. It's really you.
Daishinkan would say to himself, while he was completely on the ground due to the great pressure that released his father's body. But these were not the only ones, since the previously placed barriers, his power had decreased greatly. But when Goku broke them with his power this time, the pressure that came off was incredible. So much that he was able to bend Kyowa, who was even very badly injured by the battle against Renga.
Damn, right now that guy releases all his power.
I'm not able to move. Even what Renga said seems to be true, since despite being two divine creators, it seems we have no chance against that being. Renga, which was standing, but a great pressure was falling all over his body, would say to himself, I don't know who the hell you are, but rest assured that I'll absorb all your power. With the power you possess, it'll not be difficult for me to access the Zen clan dimension. That's right, the Being clan was capable of possessing the supreme power. Since the legend of the Zen clan, it was said that they were even capable of possessing the power of omnipresence, just like omnipotence, and a few warriors qualified for combat were capable of possessing omniscience, which put him far above all his race. The power of the Zen clan should not be only theirs. I want to rule everything that exists, and I want to get that power. Renga would leave while everything around him was destroyed, since his pressure was activated to be able to withstand Goku's pressure. Returning to the Kakarot multiverse, Goku would quickly return to his base state, but this time all the power that was able to be released was incredible. So much so that even in his base state, the power he radiated was able to face Ryuk in his first. Wow, this is amazing! Apparently among all the creators, they've created a rule, which when a creator of any multiverse dies, the power is divided into the most powerful. I understand, but since Ryuk's essence is still in this universe, his power is greater than that of the other creators. He is able to absorb all that power for you, Father. That's the most coherent, since I don't have any other hypotheses. But what if Ryuk said is true? There are two beings more powerful than him. We have to be ready, since I'm sure they'll try to take away our entire multiverse. I'm not interested if you're the first Saiyan or the first creator of this multiverse. I'm not gonna stay behind your power, damn insect. Damn Vegeta, if you head back like this towards the creator of this whole multiverse, I'll personally take care of annihilating you.
Goku would stretch out one of his hands. That's what I've always wanted, Vegeta, to have a worthy rival. I know that you'll be able to manage to give me the great battle I deserve.
Kakarot, rest assured I'll be able to give you the battle you want. Father, I have so many things to tell you as well as so many things I have to learn. So if you wish to stay in the Kingdom of the All for a few days.
Okay, Daishinkan, let me release all the potential of my son Gohan, because he'd be your half-brother and like you, he has incredible potential. Goku would approach his son, placing his hand on his chest, which he was able to break hundreds of seals, which possessed his body due to the power of the creator of the multiverse. But to eliminate them himself was no problem. At that moment, Gohan's power would begin to overflow because each of his seals had been destroyed. Gohan's body had even evolved. That's right, Gohan was able to access Beast Mode, but the power he gave off was amazing, even for angels, who began talking to each other. The power of Gohan is incredible, but what if we understand is correct? That means that Gohan would be our uncle, or am I wrong, Father?
You're not wrong at all, Whis. As Gohan's being my father's son, I'd likewise being his son, we'd be brothers. So Gohan would affirmatively be his uncle.
Thank you, Father. The power you've released has been incredible. I can't believe it. With this power, I'll be able to protect the whole Universe 7. Hey, Vegeta, you also have a very old seal, but that seal's specifically for the Saiyan race. But if you want, I can remove it.
I hate to admit it, but I want you to remove the seal that possesses my body, to be able to increase my power in a much more effective way.
Goku was able to release the seal that had been granted to the Saiyan race, but Vegeta's power had not been able to be released, like Gohan's power. As you're not my son, you'll have to train to unleash your full potential, but this time you'll be able to increase your power about 20 times faster than before.
Ha ha ha! Get ready, damn insect, as I'll be able to give you the beating of your life.
I hope so, Vegeta. Don't let me down.
You may withdraw. Gods and angels, the tournament of power has ended, giving the victor to Universe 7.
All the gods would leave to the respective universes, while Goku, along with Daishinkan and Zeno-sama, had headed towards the palace that Daishinkan had created millions of years ago.
Father, I hope that you're proud of how I've guided the king of all Zeno-sama, and that you're also proud of how powerful I've become.
Without knowing the future, I was already proud of you, son. I could tell that you're very powerful, and you've been able to get a big family together with Mikoshin.
About that, Father. That's right, the only thing that Mikoshin is even more powerful than me.
That's no problem, Dai, since now that your father's returned, he'll take care of training you and that you're able to get a new power.
It's okay, Father. I plan to make an effort in this great training that you want to grant me.
Okay, Daishinkan, so I want you to be prepared as I'll use the transformation of the Celestial Emperor, and you'll have to be able to defeat me.
But Father, that's impossible for me, because with that transformation, he's always able to beat Ryuk.
You have to have confidence in yourself, as even I believe in you, Dai.
Goku would begin to access his transformation of the celestial power, so again his entire body would turn silver, as his musculature grew in the same way, and his appearance was even capable of intimidating the most formidable warrior.
I hope you're ready, Dai.
Of course, Father. I'll still release all my power. Daishinkan would expose all his power to be able to stand up to his father. Meanwhile, the Divine Creators were devising the perfect plan to wrest all the power from Son Goku. Renga, the most powerful Divine Creator, was thinking of the perfect plan to be able to end the life of the warrior, who was able to keep all the power of Ryuk. It's time to go to the Demon Emperor. It's a risky thing, but I have the confidence that both warriors will be on the verge of death, so I'll be able to give the final blow to both. Renga would quickly create a pentagram from which a large red light would rise into the sky, while upon arrival thousands of golden energy attacks were directed to each of the creators of their respective multiverse. That's right, it was a message in very ancient runes, which were only understood by the creators of the multiverse. My brothers, I know we have never helped each other in anything, but this is life or death. A being who even possesses the power to rival the Zen clan is on the loose, so we plan to free the Demon Emperor. That message had been received by all the creators. The face of several of them was of terror, while Kyoa's face would draw a big smile.
Damn, Worm, you beat me up, but I know what you're up to, so count on me for whatever.
Meanwhile, returning to the Kakarot multiverse, he was training along with his son Daishinkan, who was having a training partner. As the creator of the multiverse, his progress was abysmal. So at that time, Daishinkan's power was able to rise in incredible ways unlike the other years. Father, this training is amazing. I even feel how my power is hidden is being released.
I'm glad to hear that, Dai. Then I'd better go back to my base state since this transformation gives me a horrible appearance.
Goku would return to his base state, so he would move towards his son.
My son, you have become very powerful, but I belong to Universe 7, and I have to come back since I want the gods to become very powerful.
I understand, Father. Don't worry. I'll continue to strive every day to make you feel proud of me.
Daishinkan, since the day I believed you, I've been proud of you. So you don't have to worry.
Goku would quickly disappear from the place, arriving in a matter of seconds to the planet of Beerus. The instant he arrived, he would observe how Vegeta was training with Beerus, so the god of destruction would throw him a large sphere of mass destruction, which was even capable of disintegrating any other warrior. But Vegeta, with his new unlocked power, was able to absorb all that large sphere, so at the moment Vegeta's body was undergoing a transformation, while his aura became much more aggressive, just as his hair began to turn a purple color, just like his aura. From a great roar of Ozaru, the aura would spread throughout the planet of Beerus, being able to observe Vegeta's new appearance. I must thank you, Kakarot, because without your help I wouldn't have been able to master the full power of God of Destruction. And I can see how you reached a new level, but do you think you have the necessary power to give me a good battle? We'll only know until we check it out. Both warriors at incredible speed began to exchange hundreds of blows, with which they even cracked the same dimension in which they were.
This is amazing! Lord Vegeta's power has been raised in a surprising way. Apparently, even we angels have to choose to train. That's right, Whis, because even angels can be reached, if all of us strive every day. Mr. Goku, since when have you been here? I wasn't able to feel your presence. Since Vegeta was able to achieve his new transformation.
They both kept watching as the battle went on, but at a certain point, Goku's gaze would change drastically.
Whose power is this? By his trajectory, I could tell that he's heading to this place. If he continues with the speed he has, he'll arrive in 5 minutes.
But a big shadow of his sword was able to thrash him, making him fall hard, even being dragged by a large stretch of the planet.
You're wrong.
It wasn't taking 5 minutes, but you were careless. Now I'll finish with you. The new warrior named Fiachi, which seemed to be the mutation of some warrior, since he only had one eye, as well as the power he emanated, was incredible. Mr. Goku, are you alright? Whis would try to pounce against the new enemy, but it was impossible for him, since throughout the 12 universes, an incredible pressure was able to bend everyone, even the great priest Daishinkan. What's going on? I can't move. I'm sure this warrior is looking for my father. I've come to his aid. Daishinkan, no matter how much effort he made, it was impossible, since the pressure of that warrior was on par with the divine creator. Returning to the planet of Beerus, this is the matter of seconds, seemed to be of the same underworld, since only volcanoes and total destruction could be seen. Beerus and Vegeta likewise were not able to move. From the hole, a great light could be seen. That's right, Goku had accessed the perfect Ultra Instinct. Ah, damn, that hurt me too much. Who do you think you are? As far as I can tell, Ryuk's death has brought several problems. Goku, as if he were a fiend, would begin to walk while from his whole body, fire radiated and healed the wound of that furtive blow. As far as I can tell, you've been sent by the creators of the multiverses. So, I want to see what you could do. Ha 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 ha! For a mere mortal, you have a very high ego. So I'll beat it down right now. Fiachi rushed against Goku at a great speed, which no one was able to follow. But everyone was surprised when they observed how Goku was still standing. But he had one of his hands stretched out. Fiachi had been sent flying, forming a huge crater. What did you think of just one of my punches? Despite only being able to use the Ultra Instinct, I've been able to bear a greater power of burden. Annoying Fiachi would increase his power to the limit, while each of the creators of the multiverses were watching everything that happened. This is amazing. That guy is able to blow up Fiachi in one swoop. What the hell is that guy? Renga was the only one who could watch everything that happened, since he was very thoughtful. The power of that warrior is incredible. He's able to send one of the 4 demon aristocrats to fly, since the other creators refused to summon the Demon Emperor because it would have been a double-edged sword. Flashback. So we have to summon the Demon Emperor, since the warrior's power seems to be on par with Zen Clan. We can't allow his evolution. But how do you want to summon the Demon Emperor? We have to use a lot of our resources and power to be able to summon him. We are correct, but I'm sure that with the fall of the warrior, we'll be able to obtain much more. I refuse, since we can send one of the 4 demon aristocrats first, and if he really is able to beat him, we'll go to the Demon Emperor. All the other creators agreed with the creator Cirrus, so they were able to summon one of the aristocrats. End of flashback. The aristocrat, who had been summoned despite possessing immense power, did not seem to be enough to face Goku, who, in each exchange of blows, seemed to be taking more and more advantage against the warrior. Damn it, I can't allow to this warrior make fun of me. I've trained for billions of years, and this mortal, he won't be able to beat me. Fiachi, with too much anger, would pounce against Goku, but to his surprise, his punches on this occasion were even dark in color. That's right, Goku was using an advanced assassination technique, which consisted of poisoning his enemy by means of his own fists. Since you've arrived on this planet, you'd lost this battle, since you should never have entered this territory. It's too late for them to save your life. What do you mean? I'm still able to carry on with this battle. I'm not defeated yet. Ha ha ha. It's a shame, but you'll serve as an example for everyone else who's watching this combat. Explosion of the Supreme God Saiyan! A big explosion would be created from Fiachi's body. That's right, the poisoning was so much that it had become a time bomb waiting to be simply detonated by his rival, which left each of the creators of the multiverse surprised, since only several of his bones had remained on the battlefield. You who are watching all this, I hope you're ready, since I don't plan to leave any of you alive. Communication would be cut, so all the creators of the multiverse began to panic, and likewise Cirrus would communicate with Renga. Renga, you were right. Do everything you can to stop that guy. He was able to send the life of a demonic aristocrat without any difficulty. We'll have to bet everything. I had warned you from the beginning that Saiyan can't be a simple warrior, as we regret if we underestimated him. Renga, it's time that we don't matter if the other creators disagree. We have to do it. We can't allow it. Don't worry, Kyo, as Cirrus has spoken for all the other creators, so we'll have all his support. Finally, an opponent which will make that miserable. Returning to the planet of Beerus, Goku quickly with his great divine energy was able to heal everyone present. And likewise, all the gods along with their angels and even Daishinkan had arrived on the planet of Beerus. Father, are you alright?
Of course I feel fine, Daishinkan. That guy was nothing to my power. Mr. Goku, but if this is the beginning of a war, we'll not be able to help you since your power is far above ours.
Whis, you're wrong. All of us can become very powerful. We'll just have to trust in ourselves and give the best in each of our workouts.
As Vegeta said, we can all become much more powerful, so I'm counting on you, as this will be the beginning of a great war. Meanwhile, in a place far away from everything existing, where only a few stars were able to be observed, both divine creators could be observed.
Kyoa, I hope you're ready, since we'll be channeling of the energy, all while the other creators channel their power to you.
I'm ready. I'm not going to surrender the power to any other creator.
That power by law belongs to us.
Both began to channel all their power, so from one moment to another, a gigantic claw would begin to take away all the power that Kyo was channeling from his other companions, while he began to recite some words in a very ancient language that this time even Kyoa was not able to recognize. But at the moment, the great claw would disappear from the place, while a portal would be formed all over that empty space. He was still not able to observe absolutely anything, but the pressure he felt on this occasion hinted at the incredible power from the guy who was about to leave. At the moment, a great warrior with white hair and an iron arm could be observed. But at the moment of the portal closing, all the pressure of the warrior would be released, with which he was able to bend all the multiverses. Even that pressure would reach the place where Goku was talking with all the other warriors. What the hell is this? I can't believe it! Even I'm not able to move freely. Sacred expulsion of energy! A large golden light was able to cover the entire multiverse so that the presents are not able to be affected by the great pressure that was unleashed. Father, whose pressure is that? I feel like she is able to almost take her life away from me. Despite having placed several sacred energy barriers, I haven't been able to contain the pressure of that guy. But who is he? I don't know if there's such a powerful warrior.
So long time without breathing this warm air. So you simple multiversal creators were the ones who set me free.
That's right,
Before Kyoa could finish what he was about to say, he would be held very tightly by the neck and crushed against the surface of a planet. Kyoa had been left on the verge of death. I have not given you permission to speak. Be thankful that I haven't ended your life. I need to release my power as it's been compressed for a long time. The Demon Emperor had returned, and with this, an amazing power was able to make all the creator multiverses shudder, and even causing various havoc all over the place. The confrontation between Gohan in his Super Saiyan Phase 3 form and Takagami marked a drastic change in the intensity of the battle. This guy's previously serene witness of the confrontation, darkened with the energy unleashed by both combatants, and each blow resounded like thunder in the vast and silent cosmic space, defying the tranquility of the stars watching from a distance. The explosions of energy briefly illuminated the darkness, creating a chaotic and majestic spectacle at the same time. The flashes of light and shadow intertwined in a frantic dance that reflected the ferocity of the combat. The shockwaves spread out in the distance, distorting space itself and recalling the magnitude of the power unleashed on that battlefield. Each movement was a ballet of strength and dexterity, with Gohan and Takagami challenging each other in a battle that transcended the physical, entering the realms of the mystical and the epic. Their cries of determination were lost amid the din of battle, but their spirits echoed in every exchange of blows, making it clear that this confrontation was not just for dominance or survival, but for the legacy of their lineages and the protection of their worlds. Gohan, his eyes shining with an indomitable determination, channeled all his power in every movement, leaving a trail of energy that shimmered with a force that defied the limits of the unimaginable. His taut muscles, his golden aura glowing with intensity, made him an unstoppable force that sought justice and protection for all those he loved and defended. You will not escape my justice, Takagami! My determination's like an unbreakable torrent that'll sweep away any darkness you try to sow. Every blow I throw carries with it the strength of all those I protect and defend.
I'll not rest until the truth shines on every shadow you've woven with your deceptions. Get ready to face the justice I bring.
Gohan roared with fiery fury, his voice echoing across the battlefield like an echo of the very protective will drive him. Every blow he threw carried with it the emotional burden of years of struggle and sacrifice, the determination of a hero willing to do anything for the well-being of his world and his loved ones. On the other hand, Takagami, with his characteristic agility and calculated cunning, dodged Gohan's attacks with fluid and precise movements. His cold and calculating gaze contrasted with the ferocity of the Saiyan, unveiling an enemy who did not underestimate the threat he faced. Interesting. I see that the power of the Saiyan pride still burns deep in your being, Gohan, but let me tell you this. However intense it may be, will not be enough to defy the chains of your inevitable fate. Between each exchange of blows and dodges, the battlefield turned into an epic scenario where two titans collided, not only with their bodies but with their convictions and purposes. The fate of both was intertwined in a deadly dance where determination, skill, and strength merged in a conflict that transcended the physical and went deep into their warriors' souls. The clash of energies was so intense that the Z warriors felt the pressure and overwhelming weight of the unfolding confrontation. The magnitude of the conflict resonated in every corner of the known universe, like an echo of power that transcended planetary barriers and penetrated the very heart of those who were fighting for survival and justice. The fluctuations in ki were palpable, even to those watching from a distance. Like a symphony of opposing forces colliding in a chaotic but harmonious dance. Every member of the Z Warriors could feel the electricity in the air, the tension that preceded every strategic move and every heartbreaking blow. The earth trembled under the influence of the unleashed energy, as if the world itself was responding to the duel of titans being waged on its surface. The skies darkened even more, as if the universe itself was holding its breath at the magnificence and terror of that epic contest. In those moments of crisis, the Z Warriors' determination grew even stronger, fueled by the urgency to protect what they loved and to face any adversity with courage and conviction. It was a reminder that during chaos and destruction, the human spirit could shine with an unshakable light. Piccolo, with his strategic mind sharper as a razor, watched every move with meticulous attention. Every gesture, every spark of unleashed energy carried with it the promise of a decisive change during the battle. His intense and serene gaze concealed a precise calculation as he searched for the perfect opportunity to intervene in support of his disciple. Piccolo, with his gaze lost on the horizon as he pondered the situation deeply, added in a calm but determined voice, "Gohan is channeling an incredible power right now. If we manage to amplify their energy and coordinate a joint attack, we could tip the scales in our favor and find the opportunity we need to change the course of this battle." His mind worked like a meticulous clock, evaluating possibilities and strategies during the chaos that was unleashed in front of him. Meanwhile, at the epicenter of the conflict, Gohan and Takagami continued their titanic duel, each determined to impose their will and determination on the other. Gohan's transformation into Super Saiyan Stage 3 not only gave him enormous strength, but also imposed a demanding tribute in terms of energy and physical endurance. Gohan, his breathing agitated by the effort and intensity of the moment, expressed with determination in his voice between short breaths, "His power! It's overwhelming! But I must stand firm! I can't fail!" Every word resonated with an unwavering commitment as he prepared to face the ordeal ahead of her, his aura glowing with a mixture of exhaustion and relentless resolve. His spirit stood like a burning flame during the storm, braving adversities with a determination that sprang from the core of his being. On the other hand, Takagami, with his arrogant smile and calculated movements, responded to every attack of Gohan with an inordinate confidence in his own dexterity and power. Takagami, with a voice imbued with superiority and a tone that denoted his absolute confidence in his words, defiantly replied, "Admiral, but naive. Your determination's remarkable, Gohan, but you must understand that no force in this universe can change your destiny." His voice resonated with an assurance that seemed to defy all opposition, marking a gap between confidence in his power and Gohan's will. His self-assurance was impenetrable as the toughest steel, a psychological barrier that defied even the storms of energy roaring around him. The confrontation was coming to a head as the Z Warriors, with a mixture of worry and palpable hope in their hearts, prepared to intervene at the precise moment that could change the course of the battle. Vegeta, with his intense and analytical gaze, watched every flash of power unleashed by Gohan with a mixture of admiration and concern in his eyes. Vegeta, with his analytical and sharp mind, was muttering to himself in a barely audible tone due to the palpable tension in the air. Gohan's unleashing an incredible power. His words were a whisper, charged with respect and concern, acknowledging the magnitude of the power that Gohan was unleashing at that critical moment. But he must maintain control if he wants to survive this, he added with a seriousness that reflected his experience in past battles and his understanding of the dangers of losing control over so much unleashed energy. Goku, the legendary warrior who knows the limits and beyond, nodded solemnly at Vegeta's words. Goku, with a calmness that radiated experience and wisdom, recognized with respect in his voice, "We know what it's like to fight at the limit, but Gohan's showing exceptional courage that inspires us all." His words resonated with the depth of one who has faced countless challenges, understanding the nature of struggle and the sacrifice it entails. With admiration palpable in his tone, recognizing the courage and determination of his son during adversity, his voice, serene but full of respect, reflected the confidence in Gohan's potential to overcome any obstacle. Meanwhile, the energy flowing through Gohan was reaching its peak, manifesting itself in an impressive visual spectacle. Its golden aura radiated an intense light that illuminated the surrounding space, making even the distant stars seem to pale in comparison. Gohan, with a roar full of determination that echoed throughout the battlefield, exclaimed with fervor, addressed to his father and Vegeta, "Father! Vegeta! All of you! This power is to protect you all!" His voice carried with an emotional charge of his commitment to the protection of his loved ones, a promise that manifested itself in every flash of his glowing aura, and in every blow aimed at the darkness that threatened his world. His voice, echoing like an echo of hope amid the chaos of battle, his energy, instead of just being destructive, became a beacon of hope for his allies, instilling strength and determination in their hearts. The buildup of energy finally reached its peak when Gohan unleashed a combined attack so powerful that it seemed to tear the very fabric of space. The surprise on Takagami's face was palpable, reflecting the magnitude of the force unleashed by the young Saiyan. "Impossible! I can't believe the magnitude of your strength, Gohan! You've unweakened a power that defies all my expectations and strategies so far. But you haven't witnessed everything I can do yet. My abilities are not limited to what you've witnessed so far. And I still have cards to play in this game. Get ready to find out that I'm not as easy an opponent to defeat. The true essence of my power is about to be revealed, and I assure you that it'll surprise you. The battle's only just begun, young Saiyan." The resulting explosion temporarily blinded everyone present, enveloping the battlefield in a dazzling light that eclipsed even the brightest stars in the firmament. As the luminescence slowly faded away, it revealed an impressive but also disturbing scene. Gohan, still in his Super Saiyan Stage 3 form, was still standing, his figure slender but visibly exhausted at the limit of his strength. "Was that enough?" He was panting between short breaths, his eyes reflecting a determination that defied the fatigue that overwhelmed him. But Takagami emerged from the rubble with a defiant smile on his face, was making it clear that the battle was far from over. "You're barely scratching the surface, Gohan. Your power is awesome, but you can't beat the darkness that is hanging over you. Your determination's commendable, but the real battle is beyond what you can imagine. My shadows are deeper, and my power is vaster than you think. Get ready to face the true essence of the dark power." Gohan's energy was fluctuating, a clear sign that his transformation was reaching its limit. The Z Warriors watched with anxiety and determination as the battle reached a critical point. Victory seemed elusive, but their fighting spirit remained unwavering in the darkness that threatened to devour them all. "No!
I can't give up. This power, it's to protect everyone. To my family. To the earth.
Each word came out between agitated breaths, but charged with an unwavering determination, revealing the deep sense of responsibility and love that drove their struggle. His voice, though weakened by the effort, resounded with a firmness that defined the adversities he faced. Oh, what a pathetic nobility! Do you think you can fight my darkness with simple desires for protection? Your strength is impressive, but your naivety condemns you. Don't you understand that in this world, nobility and desires for protection are as fragile as glass in front of the tide? No matter how much power you possess, the darkness will always find a crack through which to infiltrate and corrupt everything you value. It's only a matter of time before you realize the futility of your efforts, Gohan. Gohan, his aura flickering, braced himself for another assault, feeling every fiber of his being burning with determination. However, the accumulated fatigue and the marked wounds on his skin were beginning to take their toll, weighing like chains on his struggle. Every move was a battle against exhaustion and pain, a test of endurance that tested his courage and perseverance. The vision of Takagami, his implacable enemy, distorted slightly before his fatigued eyes, reflecting not only the tumult of the physical battle, but also the dark and twisted connection Takagami maintained with the source of power that fed him. This connection, like a cursed bond, gave Takagami a ruthless strength, but also dragged him into the maelstrom of corruption and out of control. During the fray, Gohan found himself facing not only a formidable opponent, but also the shadow of an evil influence that threatened to consume everything. Every blow thrown and blocked resonated with the intensity of an epic battle between light and darkness, between the determination of a hero and the seduction of a dark and forbidden power. Despite the adversities and uncertainty that surrounded him, Gohan clung to hope like the beacon in a storm, remembering the bonds of friendship and love that drove him to move forward. Every beat of his heart resonated with the will to protect what he valued most in the world, facing the challenge with courage and sacrifice, knowing that true strength lay in his indomitable spirit and in his determination to never give up in the face of the darkness that threatened his world and soul. Gohan, don't wear yourself out too much. Stay focused and in control. Remember, that true strength lies not only in raw power, but in the ability to stay calm and think strategically amid chaos. Do not underestimate your opponent, and do not get carried away by blind rage. That determination must be backed by intelligence and control. Make every hit count, and don't get distracted from your goal. His words, full of advice and warnings, sought to remind Gohan of the importance of the mind in battle, in addition to physical strength. The Super Saiyan Phase 3 form consumes a lot of energy. Gohan needs to find a balance between his power and his stamina. He must learn to control the flow of his ki to maintain his strength without exhausting himself quickly. The key is efficiency. Every movement must be precisely calculated and executed to maximize the impact without wasting energy. It's a challenge to master this state, but if Gohan manages to find that harmony, his potential will be truly formidable. His words, full of experience and knowledge, sought to guide Gohan towards a better understanding of how to use his power without compromising his endurance in battle. As Gohan and Takagami continued their confrontation, Goku's eyes, a symbol of hope for everyone, shone with determination during the intense strife. His strategic mind was working at full speed, analyzing every move of his son and enemies to find the perfect crack in Takagami's defense. Every glimmer in his gaze reflects years of training, epic battles, and an unwavering desire to protect those he loved. In the distance, Vegeta stood in a fighting position, his Saiyan pride burning like an unstoppable flame. His defiant aura and combat experience combined into a formidable force, ready to unleash his power at the precise moment. Piccolo, with his calculated serenity, was watching the battle with sharp eyes, ready to strategically intervene and balance the scales in favor of his comrades. Meanwhile, Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, were in the middle of the recovery process after the intense confrontation against Takagami. Despite their damage received, his determination did not waver. both focused on channeling their ki with precision, taking advantage of every breath to restore their energies and strengthen their bodies. Goten, with his indomitable spirit and his face marked with determination, closed his eyes with concentration as he felt the flow of vital energy revitalize his fatigued muscles. "We have to be ready to return to the battle at any moment," he thought to himself, remembering the responsibility he shared with his friend Trunks to protect his family and his home. On the other hand, Trunks, with his mind focused and his ki shining with renewed intensity, was striving to reach an optimal state of recovery. "We can't afford to let our guard down," he reflected, aware of the challenges they still faced and the need to be prepared to face any adversity that stood in their way. Both young warriors knew that the battle was not over yet. With determination in their hearts and their ki channeling with precision, they were preparing for the next chapter in their fight for the protection of their world. "Gohan's giving his best. His strength and determination are impressive, but we need to find an opening to channel more energy towards him and empower his power to the fullest. We must all join forces and find a way to support him in this crucial battle. Our connection as a family and as a team is our greatest strength. Let's make every hit and every effort count to protect our home and those we love." His words, full of determination and hope, reflected his confidence in the team's ability to overcome any challenge when working together. "Your resistance is admirable, but useless. My power is absolute. No matter how much they fight, they won't be able to stop me. My strength is unshakable, and my determination relentless. There is no escape from my dominion. It's time for you to give up and accept your fate under my control." Every word was loaded with arrogance and certainty as Takagami continued to unleash his dark power with ruthless ferocity. Gohan, with a superhuman effort, managed to deflect Takagami's attacks and counterattacked with a burst of brilliant energy. The collision of powers created a shockwave that shook the nearby atmosphere. "I will not allow you to destroy what I love! My bonds and my strength are greater than any darkness you could throw! I'm ready to face any challenge and overcome any obstacle to ensure a secure future for everyone! There will be no place for destruction in my world!" "Your emotions make you weak, Gohan. The real strength lies in the darkness. Your love and your bonds are chains that prevent you from reaching your true potential. Don't you see that the darkness offers unlimited and unrestricted power? Abandon your illusions of grandeur, young Saiyan. Face the truth that only darkness can bring you true strength and absolute dominion over the world." Every word was imbued with an icy arrogance and a fanatical belief in the corrupting power of darkness. Takagami sought to sow doubts and weakness in Gohan's mind, challenging his conception of strength and courage. The struggle became more intense with each pressing moment. Gohan, despite showing obvious exhaustion with every short breath, remained firm and undetermined, refusing to back down from the challenge Takagami posed. His eyes reflected an unwavering determination as he faced the malevolent machinations of his enemy. However, Takagami's evil cunning was revealed in all its magnitude when he began to manipulate the environment around him with dark mastery. The dark creatures had summoned with his sinister magic were already at the edge of the surface, ready to emerge and join the battle with uncontrollable ferocity. The air was charged with an ominous presence as the shadows of those creatures danced unexpectedly, eager to join the conflict and show their destructive power. Faced with the imminent threat, the Z warriors did not hesitate to prepare to face these creatures that represented an unknown but tangible danger. Vegeta, with his characteristic defiant tone, exclaimed as he adjusted his combat posture, "I'll not allow those abominations to ruin our path to victory. It's time to show them the true power of a Saiyan." Piccolo, the group's calm strategist, quickly assessed the situation and proposed a plan of action. "We're facing a cunning enemy who uses manipulation as a weapon. We must act with coordination and precision. Gohan, you now take care of containing the creatures. Vegeta, Goku, keep the pressure on Takagami and don't let him breathe easy." Goku, with a determined smile on his face, nodded energetically. "We have it, Piccolo. I'm confident that together we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. We're going to give our best." Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, who were always looking to prove their bravery, exchanged a look of complacency before joining the plan. "Yes, let's show these monsters what it means to be a real team." Determination shone in the eyes of each Z warrior as they prepared for the upcoming showdown, their hearts resonating with the memory of Tenshinhan and Chaos's courageous sacrifice. Those moments of heroism and camaraderie resonated like an echo in their souls, reminding them of the price they sometimes had to pay to protect the world they loved. Goku, with a silent bow to his fallen friends, took a moment to remember his valuable lessons of courage and determination. Our friend showed us that even in the darkest moments, we can find the strength to face any challenge. His sacrifice will not be in vain as long as we keep fighting and keep the flame of hope alive in our hearts. Every blow we take, every obstacle we face is proof of our determination and our commitment to a better future. We'll not let his sacrifice be forgotten. Let's keep fighting with all our heart and spirit. Vegeta, with an intense gaze fixed on the horizon, added solemnly, "Every battle teaches us something new. We must honor his memory by overcoming our limits, protecting this world, not only for ourselves, but for those who are no longer there." Piccolo, the serene strategist, reflected on the importance of learning from each experience. "Every battle, every loss, strengthens us and teaches us to be better warriors. Let's move forward with determination and wisdom." Goten and Trunks, the young warriors, full of energy and competitive spirit, exchanged a look of respect towards the heroes of the past.
We're going to make their bravery and sacrifice worthwhile. We'll fight with everything we have.
The memory of Tenshinhan and Chaos became a flame that fanned the determination and fighting spirit of the Z warriors. With their hearts united in a common purpose, they prepared to face the next challenge with the strength of those who came before them, ready to write the next chapter in the history of defending the Earth against the forces of evil. The battle reached unprecedented levels of intensity, with every move unleashing a wave of energy that shook the battlefield. Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, led the charge against the emerging shadows, channeling his ki into powerful explosions that dispelled the creatures one after another. Every flash of light harbored the determination to protect their loved ones and their home from the darkness that threatened to consume them.
Mr. Piccolo, behind you! Watch your back! The enemy's trying to surprise us with sneak attacks! We can't afford to let our guard down for 1 second in this battle! Our togetherness is our greatest strength, and together we'll overcome any challenge that comes our way! I trust in your strategic wisdom, Mr. Piccolo, but I'm also here to support you in every move! Let's move forward with determination and protect what we value with all our might!
Piccolo responded quickly, deflecting the attack with an energy shield. "Thank you, Gohan. Your quick alertness and attention to detail are crucial in this battle. Our coordination and communication are what will keep us one step ahead in the face of our enemies. Let's keep working together. Every move counts in this matchup." By his side, Piccolo displayed his tactical ingenuity with mastery, drawing lines of defense and counterattack with pinpoint accuracy. His strategies were like chess moves on the battlefield, anticipating the enemy's moves and coordinating attacks to maximize the impact. Between them, an almost perfect synchronicity is woven, where Gohan's brute force found balance at Piccolo's strategic cunning.
Vegeta, get ready for our combined attack! We can't hold any back anymore! It's time to deploy all our power and show them what we're capable of! Together, we're unstoppable, Vegeta! Let's prove once again why we're the most powerful Z warriors in the universe! Let's go!
You don't need to tell me, Kakarot. I'm always ready for the combat. Our combined power will overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. Get ready to witness the true strength of the Saiyan race. Let's go! Every clash of powers, every rumble of explosions resounded like a chant of resistance, bravery during chaos. The bonds of camaraderie and trust between the Z warriors were strengthened by adversity, reminding them that together they were more than the sum of their individual abilities. In this ballet of strength and strategy, where each movement had the weight of survival and the hope of a future in which light would prevail over shadows. Vegeta and Goku, in their eternal friendly rivalry forged in countless battles, coordinated their attacks with an almost telepathic synchronization. Like two warriors who share a unique and deep bond, their fiery determination was reflected in every move, every punch, and every burst of energy they threw at their formidable opponent, Takagami. "Goku, it's time to unite our powers to take down this guy once and for all. will not allow it to continue sowing chaos and destruction. Our combined strength will be their undoing. Take this, Takagami! This is the end that awaits you for challenging the Z Warriors.
I'm with you, Vegeta. There's no turning back now. Together, we'll put an end to this threat once and for all. Let's get him!
The latter, a formidable adversary in his own right, was forced to quickly divert his attention between dodging the quick and precise strikes of the Saiyans and dealing with the strategic cunning of Gohan and the tactical prowess of Piccolo. Don't underestimate my power, Saiyans. My abilities go beyond what you can imagine. Your determination's admirable, but it won't be enough to stop me. Get ready to know the true darkness that resides in this universe. The frantic dance of attacks and defenses between the protagonists became a ballet of opposing forces, where speed and power merged into an unparalleled combat choreography. Each shock of energy unleashed explosions of ki that lit up the sky like shooting stars on a stormy night, painting the firmament with flashes of power and determination. The battlefield was transformed into an epic scenario where the fates of the combatants were intertwined in a cosmic drama of legendary proportions. Gohan, now's your time to shine. Use this opportunity to show your true power and determination. We're all counting on you to turn the tide of this battle. Don't hold back. Give your best and make every hit count. The fate of everyone depends on your courage and strength in this crucial moment.
Come on, Dad! Mr. Piccolo! We won't stop until we beat you! Our determination's stronger than ever, and together, we're unstoppable! This is our moment to show that together, we can overcome any obstacle! Let's trust in our bonds, and fight with everything we have! Meanwhile, Gohan's relentless determination and Piccolo's tactical wisdom added layers of complexity to the conflict, consistently challenging Takagami's strategies and moves. The intensity of the confrontation reached its peak, and with each hero and villain deploying their maximum potential in search of victory. Amid the chaos of battle, friendship and honor and inner strength shone as beacons of hope in a universe fraught with unfathomable challenges and dangers. Goten and Trunks, following the meticulous plan laid out by Piccolo to the latter, demonstrated a perfect synchronization that bordered on the supernatural. As young Saiyan warriors, their connection was more than a simple strategic alliance. It was the manifestation of a deep and lasting friendship, forged in countless shared trainings and battles. Every movement, every gesture, flowed between them in an innate harmony that only the strongest bonds could sustain. Goten, your task is to maintain the defensive perimeter. Don't let anything surprise us from behind. Trunks, look for any opportunity to counterattack. We need to take advantage of every gap in their defense to turn the tide in this battle. Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll be attentive and make sure that nothing takes us by surprise.
Following Piccolo's instructions, Goten unleashed bursts of energy with the dexterity and speed typical of the Saiyan lineage.
Come on, Trunks, let's keep the pressure on. Let's not give up and take every opportunity to move forward.
His attacks were precise and forceful, outlining a defensive perimeter around the group with an intensity that left his opponents breathless. Meanwhile, Trunks, a skilled wielder of the energy sword, executed precise and elegant cuts that perfectly complemented Goten's strategic defense.
Don't let any of them through, Goten. Keep our front safe while we look for weaknesses in their formation. Let's keep pushing.
Each movement drew lines of glowing energy in the air, creating a dynamic and effective wall of protection that neutralized any threat that dared to get too close to their companions. The combination of Goten and Trunks' skills not only demonstrated their individual mastery, but also their ability to work in a team in a fluid and coordinated way. Their actions were not only the result of practice and training, but also of a deep mutual understanding that allowed them to anticipate each other's movements with pinpoint accuracy. On the battlefield, the symbiosis was their greatest strength, making them an unstoppable force that courageously and determinedly defended those considered their family and home. The battle that was being fought was a whirlwind of energy and strategy, where every move had a deep meaning, and every decision impacted on the future of the contest. Goten and Trunks, the young Saiyan warriors, showed amazing coordination as they threw themselves into combat with a mixture of bravery and dexterity. His movements were like a martial dance, fluid and precise, designed to unbalance the dark creatures summoned by Takagami.
Trunks, to your right! Understood.
The voices of the young people echoed among the booms of explosions and the clash of powers. Each exchange of blows was a symphony of ki, a manifestation of the determination not to give ground in the face of the darkness that threatened to engulf them. Meanwhile, Gohan, with his indomitable spirit, deployed his ki in explosions of controlled energy, creating glowing spheres that exploded with force on impact against the shadows that rushed over them.
We can't give up! Our world depends on this! Every strike, every strategy, everything counts in this crucial battle! Let's keep fighting until the end!
His voice resonated with conviction, injecting courage into his companions. Piccolo, the calm but ruthless strategist, extended his arms with authority, generating defensive barriers that protected the group from surprise attacks. His eyes observed the battlefield with a calculated calm, evaluating every movement of the enemy to find the precise moment to counterattack. Keep the pressure constant. We cannot allow them to make up ground. Every breakthrough we make is crucial to maintaining our advantage. Keep attacking relentlessly. The sound of energy crashes and explosions was deafening, but during the chaos, the group's determination and unity shone like beacons of hope in the darkest night. Each of the Z warriors knew that they were not only fighting for their lives, but for the future of their home and the generations to come. Every attack, every block was another step towards victory or defeat, and they were not willing to give in to adversity. Amid the furious fray, every strategic move and every technique deployed by the Z Warriors reflected years of training and experience, as well as a bond of trust and camaraderie that strengthened them in the most difficult moments. The coordination between them was a show of synchronization and dexterity, a chaotic but harmonious dance of attacks and defenses that kept at bay the dark forces that tried to dominate them. However, it was at a crucial moment, when hope seemed to be faltering in the face of Takagami's relentless persistence, that Goku and Vegeta, the legendary Saiyans whose power transcended known limits, demonstrated once again why they were revered as the most powerful warriors in the universe. With millimetric synchronization that only they could achieve after years of training and epic battles, they unleashed a devastating combined attack that shattered Takagami's defenses, leaving them exposed and vulnerable in the face of the final counterattack of the brave defenders of the Earth. The impact of their combined energy resounded on the battlefield like divine thunder, shaking reality itself with its overwhelming power. The energy blasts and shockwaves spread out like a gale, sweeping away any obstacles in their way and marking a decisive turn in the confrontation. The hearts of the Z Warriors swelled with renewed hope as they witnessed the result of the bravery and determination embodied in Goku and Vegeta, who were not only allies but also rivals who raised each other to new heights of power and dexterity. This epic moment not only symbolized the brute strength of the legendary Saiyans, but also the depth of their connection as battle companions and friends. Her self-sacrifice and dedication to protecting her home and loved ones shone with an intensity that defied the shadows of despair. With Takagami vulnerable before them, Earth's heroes prepared for the final assault, determined to put an end to the dark threat looming over their world and restore the lost peace. As this crucial opportunity approached, Gohan and Piccolo, two warriors whose togetherness goes beyond simple camaraderie, combined their powers with synchronization and understanding that only the closest battle partners could achieve. With relentless determination and a strategic focus sharp as the edge of a sword, they faced the creatures summoned by Takagami, with a bravery that inspired everyone present on the battlefield.
Mr. Piccolo, keep the rear guard! I'm going to the front! It is crucial to maintain our formation and protect our backs as we move forward towards the main battle. I trust you to keep us safe from behind.
Understood, Gohan. Don't let your guard down. Our coordination is key for being victorious. Stay alert and move forward with determination. Together we'll overcome this challenge. Gohan's energy, bright and powerful as the sun as it peaks, was intertwined with Piccolo's tactical cunning and dexterity, creating a symphony of power and skill that defied expectations. Each coordinated movement between them was a masterful combined dance, where offensive and defense intertwined in a lethal harmony. The creatures summoned by Takagami, who once posed a formidable threat, now found themselves at a disadvantage in the face of the unbreakable union of these two exceptional warriors. The battlefield lit up with flashes of brilliant energy as Gohan and Piccolo unleashed their full potential, overcoming every obstacle with steely determination and calculated strategies. The trust between them was palpable, a connection that transcended words and manifested itself in every punch and every block. With each enemy defeated, their path to Takagami cleared, bringing them closer and closer to the final victory they sought to protect their world and their loved ones. Gohan, you need to buy time. I will prepare my best attack to defeat these creatures. I trust you can keep them busy while I get ready. Together, we can change the course of this battle.
Mr. Piccolo, I'll do my best to buy time. My goal is to keep these creatures at bay as long as possible so I can prepare their attack. Trust me, I won't let you down.
The moment of truth was approaching, and Gohan was advancing with a firm step, while Piccolo prepared his best attack to defeat these creatures summoned by Bahamut's disciple and put an end to the darkness that had threatened his home. His fiery determination was a beacon of hope for those who witnessed his courageous struggle, reminding them that strength lies in the unity and indomitable spirit of those who fight for justice and peace. The critical moment came when every move decided the fate of the battle. Gohan, in a last effort, took his final form. With his bright and determined aura, advanced to the front of the battle line, facing the dark creatures with a mixture of bravery and strategy, as he blocked the onslaughts of the shadows with his dazzling ki. The creatures summoned by Takagami were not easy rivals to beat, but Gohan in his ultimate form took a lot of confidence and began to face the creatures they are facing. Gohan knew that keeping the creatures at bay was crucial to allowing Piccolo to unleash his full power, while Gohan struggled to contain the shadows with his fast movements and powerful attacks. Piccolo concentrated his energy preparing for the most powerful technique. The tension on the battlefield was palpable, but there was no room for doubt. Confidence in their abilities and in their partner was the key to facing the darkness that threatened to consume them. Gohan, keep it up. You're demonstrating exceptional courage and impressive mastery on the battlefield. Every movement of yours is a barrier that prevents the advancement of these creatures. It's crucial that you hold this firmness for a few more moments while I finalize the preparations for my final ultimate technique. I have full confidence in your abilities and determination. Remember that our teamwork is the key to overcoming any challenge. Keep the pressure on and don't let your guard down. Together we can turn the tide of this battle and protect our loved ones.
Understood, Mr. Piccolo. I'll not allow them to advance a single step further. You can trust me. I'm fully prepared to take on this responsibility and keep these creatures at bay. Together, we can overcome this and protect our loved ones. My determination's unwavering, and I'll not back down in the face of this challenge, because I know that every stroke I stop here is a step towards victory. Our teamwork and mutual trust will give us the strength to prevail in this battle. Let's show them what we're capable of and write our own destiny in this struggle. The scene unfolds with increasing intensity as Gohan definitively plunges into the maelstrom of combat. His determination is reflected in every gesture, in every tense muscle, and in every flash of energy that emanates from his being. The creatures summoned by Takagami's nightmarish creatures with twisted shapes and burning eyes fiercely advance towards Gohan, seeking to overwhelm him with their numbers and their uncontrolled fury. Gohan, however, is not daunted. His ki shines around him like an aura of power, marking every movement with a clear purpose. When the first creature lunges with sharp claws, Gohan responds with a precise block, channeling his energy to stop the attack with a glowing barrier. The resulting impact makes the ground tremble under his feet, but Gohan remains steadfast, his eyes fixed on his opponent. Each subsequent blow is an exhibition of martial skill and ki control. Gohan moves with grace and speed, dodging the onslaughts of creatures with fluid movements, and countering with calculated blows. His fists and legs turn into bursts of energy, hitting the enemies with force and precision. Each impact causes bursts of energy that light up the battlefield, drawing bright arcs in the air and kicking up swirls of dust around them. The creatures do not retreat easily. Their resistance is stubborn, and their thirst for destruction is insatiable. Gohan is forced to deploy more advanced techniques, combining his speed and strength with concentrated energy attacks. Ki waves cut through the air as Gohan releases bursts of controlled energy, seeking to weaken his opponents and open gaps in their defenses. Every block,
Every dodge is a dance of anticipation and reaction. Gohan relies on his training and his intellect, reading the movements of the creatures, responding with precise movements. Your connection to your spiritual energy is evident in every movement, every pulse of energy emanating from your being. Meanwhile, Piccolo completes the charge of his definitive technique, his absolute concentration palpable in the air. The sound of his pent-up energy resonates on the battlefield, adding a layer of palpable tension to the charged atmosphere of battle. Gohan feels Piccolo's accumulated power as a beacon of hope and a call to redouble his efforts. This is our chance, Gohan. Keep the pressure on them, and don't give them any respite. Every move of yours is crucial right now, as we are close to changing the course of this battle. I trust in your ability to keep them at bay while we prepare our counterattack. Keep your determination and keep going. Together, we can make it happen. Gohan nods with determination as he prepares for the next attack. The combat dance between Gohan and the creatures reach its climax when Gohan, with a graceful twist, unleashes a series of energy blasts that cut through the enemy ranks. The creatures recoil momentarily, their twisted forms showing signs of weakness for the first time.
Goten! Trunks! I need you to be alert! Mr. Piccolo is preparing a powerful attack! Move quickly and maintain your defenses! Our coordination is crucial at this critical moment of the battle. We can't afford to make mistakes now. I'm confident in your ability to respond quickly and effectively. Stay focused and keep fighting with determination. Come on, we can still turn the tide of this battle in our favor.
The moment came when Gohan, with a precise movement, opened a breach in the creature's defenses, allowing Piccolo to unleash his devastating attack. With a resounding scream, Piccolo releases his ultimate technique, a beam of concentrated energy that cuts through the sky like a fiery comet. Makankasapo! The pure energy swirls frantically around the lightning, forming a spiral of controlled energy that seems to dance in the air with calculated ferocity. The extreme concentration of energy causes a burst that radiates a dazzling radiance, as if the sun itself were transcending on the battlefield. The energy beam, with its incomparable power, transverses the enemy ranks with pinpoint accuracy, neutralizing the creatures with an amazing efficiency that takes the breath away of those who witness its devastating impact. The initial explosion is only the prelude to the destruction that is unleashed. The torrent of concentrated energy envelops the creatures in a lethal embrace, eroding their forms with an overwhelming intensity. Each wave of energy emanating from the ray is like a chisel, carving out space itself, gradually disintegrating the creatures that meet its path with an inexorable inevitability. The show is both majestic and terrifying, with the energy displayed manifesting in vibrant colors that collide and intertwine in a chaotic dance. The controlled destruction leaves in its wake a trail of disintegration that seems to defy the very laws of physics, demonstrating the supreme power that resides in the hands of those who master the arts of combat and energy control. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the dark threat dissipating with each defeated creature. Gohan and Piccolo, breathing heavily, but with a satisfied smile, met in the center of the battlefield, knowing that their teamwork and determination had tipped the scales toward victory. Now, with the road to Takamagami clear, they were preparing for the final assault, confident that their union would return their greatest strength. The battlefield gradually quieted down, the echo of controlled destruction echoing through the air as the enemy creatures vanquished before the combined might of Gohan and Piccolo. The glow of the dissipated energy hinted at the near victory, marked by the determination and teamwork of the brave warriors Z, Gohan, and Piccolo. Breathing heavily but with a smile of satisfaction on their faces, met in the center of the battlefield, exchanging looks of complicity that spoke of a bond forged in battle and camaraderie. Meanwhile, in another part of the battlefield, Goku and Vegeta were facing Takagami in an epic duel that defied the limits of known power. With their faces marked with determination and their eyes shining with a fierce intensity, the two legendary Saiyans demonstrated once again why they were considered the most powerful warriors in the universe. His movements were like a whirlwind of quick attacks and precise defenses, each strike resounding like thunder in the energy-charged air.
Vegeta, keep the pressure on. Let's finish this together.
Of course, Kakarot. I'm not gonna let this guy beat us.
The intensity of their confrontation filled the battlefield, making the ground shake with every energy shock. Takagami, although powerful, was in a challenging position in the face of the unstoppable combination of Goku and Vegeta.
I'll not underestimate your power, Saiyans. I recognize their bravery, but their determination will not be enough to stop me. My strength is unshakable. My power is unstoppable. Get ready to face the real darkness.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Psycho evil.